My main inspirations as a filmmaker is the great Martin Scorsese. Not many people know this, but his name is actually pronounced Martin Scorsese. He's just my idol. And that's it for that part there. Well, dry water. See, it's about these horse races that occur in the deserts because horses are forbidden in the future. And they're in the desert ride and they're racing them, two jockeys, and then they stumble across a zebra. The thing is, there is something special about that zebra because the zebra is actually a crossbreed between a zebra and a camel, and therefore it forms dry water whenever it goes to the toilet. By the way, Scene 3, I think you framed the shot perfectly.
Thank
it was
you.
a work of art.
Yeah, I
it
thought
really
that too.
was.
Because it was all your call.
I really liked
you told
it.
me to do that. I'm sorry.
My cameraman's professional. He does what I want, when I want. I tell him to get the shot over here, he goes over here. I tell him to get the shot over here, he goes over here. He does everything I tell him. Unlike some other stupid crew members who I had to coach the whole way through and teach them how to deal with film business. Get the paints. I'm not going to spoon feed you. Come on.
Winston. Great guy. I feel that he's an inspiration to a nation. He's like Michael Moore, but in another way, Scorsese, because he can capture remarkable shots in the way that Martin Scorsese...
It's actually pronounced Martin Scorsese.
He can make a point to the movie, like Dry Water. Dry Water's about... It's got the best storyline, it's got such a great imagination, and if I could be like him, I would be complete.
Dwight?
Get in here,
Oi.
mate.
Clean this up.
With what?
Clean it.
With what?
If you can't clean it, get a new bloody table. My runner, I'd tell him to go and get me a bagel. You know what he'd do? He'd stand there for a couple of seconds, then go and get me a bagel. Give me my coffee.
Yeah.
No, get me a Coke. Can you take these back, please? I don't want them now. If he has to wait and comprehend my thoughts before going and doing what I tell him to do, then he's not worth it.
Well, I just think he wasn't a professional. What was the point of signing up with an idiot trying to make a blockbuster?
Where are the actresses?
Sometimes he made me so angry that I felt like smothering him with a pillow. He either says, too much sugar, too much milk, blah, blah, blah.
Give me another one.
I've even worked for his Martin Scorsese,
It's actually pronounced Martin Scorsese.
his favourite director. I mean, he loved my coffee.
Well, I was down at a nice little shop and I got a yellow beret for him because that suits him, and a pink beret for me because I think that suits me. Whenever I have this beret on and I'm away from set, it kind of reminds me of him.
He's an artist. I reckon one day he'll squeeze out his own short films.
Yes, okay. Wow, great scene. Great scene.
Am I rolling, is it?
Yep.
I reckon one day he'll be almost as good as me. As if you're really writing it with emotion, okay? You need to write it with pride. Leap. Really, I think I've earned the fact that I'm one of the best directors who's ever lived. Alright, now film it. Except for possibly Martin Scorsese, who might be up to my standards. I'm not sure, but I just think that I'm just fantastic. Balls thrown around! It's not on, is it? Well, there's a 5-star review here. Unfortunately, that's not for Dry Water, that's for No Country for Old Men. We did hit number 1 movie for bottom 100 worst movies ever made. And I've got to say, I don't think it's my fault. I think it's mostly the cameraman and the runner. They've both stuffed it all up. The cameraman, he's always daydreaming, buying me berets. He doesn't actually listen. And I've stopped wearing berets because I know that they're stupid. Alright, I've launched into a big depression from the failure of this movie because I know it had a great potential and could have been great. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. But it wasn't, because of the bloody cameraman.
Do you think it was just the cameraman's fault? Don't you take some responsibility, being the director and the scriptwriter and the star?
No, because I made the script perfect, I directed it perfectly, and it was just the cameraman's fault. And the runner was horrible. He wouldn't run, he'd jog. Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese. Scorsese.
Gonna hurt you.
Idiot.
I don't care whatever the hell you say, just talk about horses.
The cheesy idiot.
I was trying to get the perfect shot.
Oh, were you? Perfect shot. Yuck.